2022 Access Assemble programme aims to create opportunities for artists at all stages of their career and from all backgrounds to explore and develop new ideas through financial support, development space, dramaturgical guidance, engagement with fellow artists, and artist-led sessions to support sustainability in practice. Since 2004, Access has worked to develop and produce new writing and theatre making locally, nationally, and internationally, while also facilitating the growth of hundreds of artists through many programmes and initiatives. We're proud to be a cultural hub on the Northside of Dublin, where artists and the public gather to encounter new work and new ideas. The Access Assemble programme offers artists the chance to make time for their work, to get feedback, to access the facilities of the building, and to build a professional network. It's investment in process. Bursaries cannot be used to fund training, accommodation, equipment purchasing, or productions. So what do you get? Bursary funding of €2,000 from an overall bursary fund of €40,000. A limited number of €5,000 bursaries will be available. Up to €2,000 worth of support in kind as follows. Dramaturgical support and feedback with the Access Pop-Up Lit department via lead artist Aoife Splan Hinks, subject to an agreed number of sessions. Engagement with the Access Green Arts department via lead artist Maeve Stone, subject to an agreed number of sessions. This includes artist support sessions in considering how their practice might evolve to become more sustainable and adaptive. Development time in the Access studio spaces and/or the theatre, subject to availability and restrictions. A brief headshot session in Access with photographer Babs Daly. Access will cover this cost. Individual membership of Theatre Forum for 1 year. Access will cover this cost. The opportunity to showcase your work if you wish. This showcase may be digital or in person and combined with other showcasing artists, depending on availability and guidelines. Rehearsal space up to an agreed amount. Hot desk space, subject to availability and restrictions. Advice from the Access production, sale and tech team. Technical support for showcasing where feasible. The opportunity to attend a session with Access's pop-up green lead artist, Maeve Stone, or self-scanning your practice with a view to making it more sustainable or adapting its climate impact. Invites to Access and other productions, artist gatherings and networking opportunities. Access Assemble is for artists who have at least some professional experience or training, but their work need not necessarily have been professionally produced by an arts organisation. This bursary is for practitioners based in the Greater Dublin area. While the programme is primarily focused on performing arts disciplines, there may be scope to support artists who wish to engage with other art forms. We're especially keen to hear from artists with a connection to Ballymun and/or the north side of the city. Please note you don't have to be living in these areas to apply. At least one bursary will be allocated to an artist who identifies as being from an underrepresented community, with a commitment to support any additional needs or barriers to access that the artist may identify with the capacity and our resources. There is no expectation for you to draw on your own life experiences in the work that you make. Please feel encouraged to make the art that you wish to make. Artists from communities who are underrepresented in Irish arts, who face barriers to accessing opportunities to develop their practice and work, such as, but not limited to, people who identify as Black, Brown, Asian, Latinx, minority ethnicity, or identify with multiple ethnicities, people who identify as LGBTQIA+, as having a disability or being disabled, members of the Mincare, Traveller and Roma communities, and any intersection of these or other identities. Should you wish to nominate someone to draft your application with or for you, please note that the application should be in your name. Please tell us who drafted it with or for you. Artists who identify as being disabled or having a disability, should you wish to nominate someone to draft your application with or for you, please note that the application is on behalf of yourself and name the person who has drafted it with or written it for you. Please note, in addition to the Access Assemble programme, a bursary will be specifically allocated to an artist with a disability under the Access Playground scheme. Please see further information on the Access Playground scheme here. There is an additional budget available to help meet the access requirements. Artists working as Gaeilge or bilingual, parents who identify or may require a more flexible support structure. This may be spread out over a longer period of time or concentrated into a short, intensive period, depending on your needs. We understand that your schedule may be subject to change at short notice and will accommodate this with as much adaptability as possible. While we regret that we cannot provide childcare, we do welcome parenting artists who may wish to bring their children to a workshop or development space or session with them. There is no age limit or restriction on the age of the child or children. Access has child protection policies and procedures in place. Artists who work in or with languages other than English. Should you wish to nominate someone to draft your application with or for you, please note the application should be in your name. Please tell us who drafted it with or for you, and please let us know how best to communicate with you in relation to your application. Our aim is to support artists in the best way we can within our resources to develop themselves and their practice. If we haven't listed a barrier or support to your application, please do let us know. We will do our best to see how we can accommodate you. So what can you do in the Access Assemble programme? We have some suggestions. Write a play, devise a piece of new work, solo with a collaborator or with an ensemble, choreograph a new dance piece, explore a new idea, invest in thinking time if you're not sure what to do or what to make, develop your artistic practice, present work in process, seek advice or mentorship about elements of your practice that you find challenging, build supportive relationships with other practitioners. So how to apply? Please send the following items either as a written document or a video or audio file. Maximum 5 minutes via Google Drive or WeTransfer if possible, to accessplayground@gmail.com on or before 6 p.m. on Thursday, the 28th of April, 2022. An outline of your idea. What are you looking to develop and why? An outline of what you would use the time and bursary for. An initial budget. This doesn't need to be too detailed, but please provide us with a basic breakdown of how you propose to pay yourself and, where applicable, your collaborators. An outline of why you particularly want to come and work with and in Access. A sample of your work or samples of your previous work. An indication of your Access requirements, if any, and how we can assist with these. If you need assistance in drafting your application, please do let us know. The small print. Applicants must be over 18 in April 2022. Applicants may be shortlisted for an interview. Access will not provide feedback on unsuccessful applications. The bursary may be broken into smaller amounts at Access's discretion. We may also offer non-funded support to unsuccessful applicants. In line with our efforts to be more inclusive and improve belonging, equality and diversity in Access, if you would like to identify as an artist from an underrepresented community, please let us know in your application. This is not essential or expected. It would help us to understand more about the artists and people we are engaging with. Information collected will be used in an anonymous fashion. In line with GDPR regulations, your information will not be shared with any third parties. If you do have a question or you need help, email us at accessplayground@gmail.com to answer your question or request a callback. If email is tricky, please phone 01-883-2148. Please note that this phone number isn't monitored constantly, so you may need to leave a message with your name and number and we'll call you back. Access Assemble is supported by the Arts Council, Forest na Gaeilge and the Dublin City Council.